Fani Willis suffers new blow as Georgia court allows Donald Trump's appeal to remove the Fulton County DA from his election fraud case. And rightfully so. This is a bogus case anyway. But then on top of that, she got caught doing dirt, and she would not hold herself accountable. She wouldn't. Her pride would not allow her to step down when she knows she should have stepped down in the first place. So it's just again, this is just ridiculous that it's even come to this. So we're gonna talk a little bit about that. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things I can't talk about here. All right, so let's talk about this news. Now, this comes from the Daily Mail. This is reported from Isabel Stanley, and she reports that the Georgia Court of Appeals has given a green light to Donald Trump's case to remove Fani Willis from his election fraud trial in the latest blow to the Fulton County DA. Willis has courted controversy while prosecuting the county's election interference case against Trump after it was revealed she had a past relationship with special counsel Nathan Wade. She escaped with just a slap on the wrist after Superior Court Judge Scott McAfee dramatically ruled she could stay on the Trump election interference case if Wade removed himself. The judge knew he should have the judge should have threw the entire case out, and then at minimum should have got rid of Wade and Willis, but he didn't have the balls to do it. Trump and 8 of his co-defendants charged in the Georgia State Court have since urged the appeals court to overturn McAfee's March ruling. Now the court has given Trump's appeal the green light to go ahead, but there is not yet a set timeline for when the case will be heard. The court's decision to hear the appeal before trial could cause further delays in the case. One of 4 criminal prosecutions facing Trump, and all bogus, all of them are bogus, as he seeks to unseat Democratic President Joe Biden in the November 5th election. Trump has pleaded not guilty and accused prosecutors of politically motivated effort to damage his campaign. Everyone from the outside knows this is what's happening. That's why his poll numbers continue to climb, because they are prosecuting him in public. Everyone knows that all these charges are fraudulent, and the world sees this, and the nation sees this, and the majority of Americans support Trump from this political prosecution. But the court's decision to hear the case follows testimony inside McAfee's courtroom, which featured an acknowledgement from Willis and former special prosecutor Nathan Wade that they had a sexual relationship. Lawyers for Donald Trump and multiple co-defendants tried to establish that the affair began before Willis brought Wade onto the case and said it posed a conflict of interest. But Willis said the relationship became romantic later. Again, we know that's a lie. Following a dramatic evidentiary hearing with claims and counterclaims about lavish trips and cash reimbursements, McAfee gave the state 2 options. Either Willis and her entire team step back from the case, or Wade remove himself from it. He slammed Willis for a tremendous lapse in judgment and for acting in an unprofessional manner, and found that while there was no actual conflict of interest, there was at least an appearance of one. People have been removed from cases for a lot less than that, though. That makes absolute appearance. It wasn't an actual conflict of interest. It just appears to be one. Are you kidding me? And Wade stepped back hours after the judge decision in March. Humiliating as it was for prosecutors, McAfee's decision allowed the election interference case to go forward. Had it been reassigned to prosecutors in another county, it would have delayed the case, because they would have had to start all over, and even resulted in a different indictment. Wade told ABC News, quote, "Workplace romances are as American as apple pie. It happens to everyone, but it happened to the 2 of us. It was the first interview since stepping down from the post." But You are a prosecutor. You're supposed to be better than everybody else. Y'all are not supposed to be working like that for the county. The state Supreme Court's decision is nearly excuse me, decision is nearly certain to cause delays in the criminal trial for Trump and his co-defendants, who are charged in a broad racketeering conspiracy for his election overturned in the state. If that happens, it would just be the latest victory on the calendar for Trump, whose lawyers have managed to put off his criminal cases as election day nears. The Trump's D.C. January 6th case remains stalled while it awaits a Supreme Court decision on his claims of presidential immunity. Y'all know I've done videos on that. On Tuesday, Judge Aileen Cannon ruled that his classified documents case in Florida was postponed indefinitely. I did the video on that amid a series of clashes over classified document issues. And even his Stormy Daniels case, which is playing out this week in Manhattan, suffered a delay. Trump lawyers in the Georgia case, Stephen Shadow, indicated in a statement that he won't relent in the effort to bump Willis from the case. Quote, President Trump looks forward to presenting interlocutory agreements to the Georgia Court of Appeals as to why the case should be dismissed and Fulton County DA Willis should be disqualified for her misconduct and this injustice on unwarranted political prosecution, Shadow said in a statement. And so she has been. Thank goodness. I don't know what's going to happen with this case. You know, we're going to be standing by finding out, but she is out of the picture now, and still refuses to hold herself accountable, still blaming everyone else. It's everyone else's fault, not her, not by her mistakes, her decisions, or anything like that. She refused to this day to accept accountability. But let me know what you think about this. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.